Lachlan Teal, mate, congratulations on a really successful 2017 Rookie Me Junior Academy. I think it's important to note, mate, that the commitment you showed this year. So you got along to every event, every school holidays. To sacrifice your own time, with family, friends, holidays, all that sort of stuff, to come and get better at your footy, and to put yourself in a position to be challenged. It's a really important one to praise, and you should be proud and take a lot of confidence from that. All right. So first and foremost, well done, mate. Look, as your head coach, I want to take this opportunity to go through a bit of a review of the year, plus also just tick off a few things to make sure that you're making the most of the site, and then just a few points that I made in the email that you got with the links to it as well. All right. At junior level, at your age, it's important for us to set a really solid foundation for you. We've got 3 subjects that we focus on, being skills, high performance, and leadership. And our aim is to develop you to a level and give you a great understanding of the key things for each area, so that we can build on those as we go. Okay, so I've had a chance to sit with each of the coaches. So Chris for skills, Darcy for high performance, and Dan for leadership. And we've come up with some key points that we really want you to leave with, and as you go into off season, but also as you head into next year. Okay, so and as I said, the aim is to continually build you to be the best footballer you can be. All right, so I'll just quickly go to the review. So I spoke with Pendles first, and we obviously looked into the skills within the academy. Reviewing the skills is obviously the most important aspect of your development at this stage. So skills are something that you can never do too much of. The fundamental skills is obviously the execution of the skills that you go through. The game sense is more about in your mind and how you see the game, and then the combat is the physical side. So if we break each of these down, the fundamental skills, again, focusing around kicking, ball handling, and handballing. I recommend you get online, download the Fun 550 documents, the breakdown of some of the skills or drills you can do for each of the areas of the skills. But you can never do too many skills. Grab a footy, have it in your hands 24/7 between now and the start of next year. Your focus needs to be to become the most skilled player in your team prior to the start of next season. It's something that you will do throughout your whole footy career, and I can't emphasise it enough. You'll probably get sick of us saying it by the time you're done. But that's from fundamental skills point of view. From a game sense point of view, again, this is above the shoulders. So the way you understand the game. So 3 phases of the game: we have it, they have it, it's in dispute. Really need you to start getting a great understanding of what each of these phases are and the importance of each one. So when I talk about building a base of education at your age, it's all about this sort of stuff. So understanding that these are the phases. The next few years that we go through your game sense education, we'll start to really build upon these 3 areas and these 3 phases of the game. From a positional point of view, I challenge you to look on the field and really start to identify other positions you can play. The players who have a lot of variety in their game become the most valuable. Okay, so really looking to see how you can add another string to your bow by playing other positions. Combat skills at your age, it's all about technique. It's not about throwing yourself in there, because it's likely you'll get injured if you're going with the wrong technique. But we looked at tackling, shepherding, smothering, repeat efforts, and just looking to make sure you're protecting yourself when it comes to the physical side of the game. Okay. From a high performance point of view, I sat with Darcy and we're really excited about a few aspects of our high performance and just building on education for you at your age. From a combine testing point of view, exposing you to the testing, putting you through the sprint, the agility, the vertical, using those intricate and specifics of each of the tests to help you develop as you get older are going to be really, really important. So to expose you at such a young age it's a really positive thing from our point of view. And then I guess the next thing is that we really want to challenge you is about using the numbers, and I'll go through it in a minute with the website, but I'll really explain how we can use the numbers to the best of our abilities on the website, but really starting to understand what these numbers mean and what we want to try try and reach. And it's such an important one with your physical conditioning, because it's such a big part of footy, is how well tuned you are as an athlete as well. That's why we're so excited about that side of it. The Rookie Me warm-up, just reverting back to that education we went through the movement, mobility and footy. So just adding these things prior to any activity, so whether you're playing or training, just adding some key things around some movements or some actions that you're going to be going through when you play. So whether it's ground balls, or it's overhead marking, or running side to side, changing direction, doing movements that are going to relate to the way you play, it's going to help you prepare best to play. Recovery, remembering, we're going to the beach, we're doing stretching sessions. There's documents online around stretching, so if you want to make sure you download that and have the stretching session there, so you can continually look to get more flexible and recover better through those techniques. It's another really important part of your high performance and making sure your body's prepared. And then nutrition. The thing for you guys at your age is healthy choices is the main thing. And now look, I'm not saying that you need to be measuring your food or counting calories or anything like that. There's no way in the world I want you to be thinking like that. It's just more about setting good habits and making a few little choices. So as you can see in the picture, if you've got a choice between water and soft drink, just make those choices, those smart choices. And as I said, it's all about just setting good habits. And then from a leadership point of view, sitting with Dan, the two areas that we looked at were the goal setting and the trademarking. So goal setting, you've continually got the documents online to get on there, download the goal setting document and go through that. And between now and the end of the season, the start of next year, it's not about necessarily about your on-field stuff, but it can be just anything. But we just want to keep you consistently setting good habits. So whether it's walking the dog twice a week, or it's making your bed every day, or it is getting up doing your fundamental 550 twice a week, whatever. Set some goals, tick them off. Keep the habits of ticking off your goals. All right, it's a really important one. And then looking at your trademark. So the other side of leadership is trying to stand for something. So when you progress and get to our elite level, we really have a high emphasis on standing for what you say you're going to be. And these words are what we wanted to try and effectively have as a focus for our junior group at camps. And we're always super enthusiastic, we're supportive of each other, and we're really respectful, whether it's of coaches or of venues. But for you specifically, mate, look, aim to continually challenge yourself, put yourself in situations that feel a little bit awkward, ask questions, stand up in front of a whole group and make a speech. Really challenge yourself to keep putting yourself out there. And as I said before, it's already a great testament to your character that you turned up, you're turning up to events like this, but continually challenge yourself to keep going with that. All right. Looking at the online system, I really want to make sure that you understand the power that the system has and the abilities that you do have, when gaining these numbers. Now, I'll look at my profile and just as an example. So, right here I've got my numbers on the system, and the beauty of this is whether or not you come to a Rookie Me event or you're testing at school, you can put these numbers in all year. And what those numbers do, if you consistently put them in, is it starts to build you a bit of a graph of progression, and to see exactly where you're at, and whether that's your ability score or it's a 20-meter sprint or whatever. That's where you can get the most benefit out of consistently putting numbers in. And I guess what the Rookie Me system's known for is the rookie list. This is where you can compare yourself against. If you look here, there's 151 pages of around 20 per page. So there's thousands and thousands of people that you can compare against from all over the country, different states, different playing positions. You can really start to grasp what levels you're at and what levels you want to try and reach. Okay, so for me, if I compare myself, a ruckman, I can look at any of the groups that I'm in, so any of the teams I play for, anyone who's following me, I'll click everyone. And any of the tests that I want to look at, 20-meter sprint, agility, again, I'll go ability. And if I click that and I filter that, it starts to paint a picture that's relevant to me. So here I've got all the ruckmen in the system. There's around 120 to 150 ruckmen on the system. So I can look here and I see I'm ranked number 3. So from here I can go over here and start to compare. I look at this and Jordan Smith's in our Elite Academy along with Josh Hicks. Click those guys, click onto compare. Then all of a sudden I'm using that data and I'm actually starting to really see where my numbers stack up against guys that I'm competing against or I'm chasing down. So it's a really cool tool, and as I said, you can see what teams they play for, the ages they are, and you can really start to grasp that. And I guess the cool thing about Rookie Me is that we've been lucky enough in the last couple of years to have some guys that have been using the system be drafted or having AFL players. So you literally could sit here on draft night, and anyone who gets drafted, you can literally log in and see if they're on the system, and you can start comparing against guys that are being drafted as they go. So here, Matty Cruz is obviously one of the premier ruckmen in the AFL. I can chuck him in, and I can start to see some numbers. So it's a really cool tool that it's important that you understand how you can access it. Something else really cool is the news page. So you obviously love your footy. So here's somewhere that it's got great little stories that have we've got some great writers that get on and write some really in-depth stories for us, and make sure you get on there and check that out as well. I guess the other main thing being the Rookie Me Junior Academy page. This is where information throughout the year we talk, but mainly going through to the club room and downloading these documents and getting the most out of the system that you possibly can. It's a really critical part of our program, and to make sure that you're getting the most out of it. Just a reminder there to get on and do that. So and you'll notice in the email that we sent through, there was a few links on there that are important that I go through. So looking at the Rookie Me Parents page, so making sure you pass on to mum and dad this page, this closed group that we've created on Facebook. It's an initiative that we threw up this year as a way for parents to be supported by each other, but also by us. So easily communicate and contact with us, and parents get on there and show how their kids are developing and progressing, and playing 150 games and all that sort of stuff. So it's a really cool addition to what we've done. And so make sure mum and dad, all you got to do is go to the Rookie Me page, get on there, you go down, you'll click on it, send through a link, the admin at Rookie Me will accept you, and you'll be a part of the group. So it's a really cool addition, so make sure you pass that on to mum and dad. And then the final one was the refer a friend. At Rookie Me, we're really keen to find like-minded athletes, and for you who know the challenges of Rookie Me, the commitment, the fun, the education that we try to teach. We want to give you the chance to refer on some friends that are just as keen as you, but also get a benefit from it. So as soon as you sign up to next year's academy, you'll be sent an email with all the information in it, but you'll have the opportunity to send through a refer to some friends and give them a discount straight away. So you give them a 5% discount on the academy straight away, plus you'll receive 5% reimbursed back to you, up to 50%. So the more athletes you refer, the more reimbursement you get, and the more discount you get. So it's a cool opportunity, and something that we wanted. I just wanted to make sure that, again, you understand and you can be across that. So mate, to wrap up, as a coach, the thing that I look for whenever I get an athlete that comes, and especially at a young age, is I really look for kids that are enthusiastic and actually genuinely love to play the game. Have a real thirst for enjoyment and love it. And at a junior level, it's quite easy to love it. So I think for you personally, mate, I think you've got a real class about you, a real respect, a real genuine respect for the game, and you clearly love to play the game of footy, and you play it the right way too. You're physical, you throw yourself in and around the game, and I think that's a part of your footy that's a real positive. And the other side is to have a real thirst to want to get better, okay, to learn and be educated. And again, I think that you've got a really high reach in that as well. You put your hand up, you write notes when we're doing our lectures or our classroom sessions. You seek me out to ask questions, to get advice. So I feel that adding these two together is a really perfect way to develop to the best that you can possibly be. So whether that's AFL or it's local footy and play senior footy for your local club, whatever it is, to give yourself the best chance of that, I feel that having these two elements put together will give you that. Okay, and if either of these are waning along the way, you've got to look to bring them up to keep that balance and a love of it or gaining education. All right, so mate, but for you personally, in terms of the way you play, as I said before, I love the way you attack the game. I love the way you play the game. You're extremely coachable, very respectful kid. From a coaching point of view, you're a great student to have, but also I think as a teammate, you're a great teammate as well. Like, you're very inclusive. You communicate with your teammates. I feel that overall you're on a great path, mate, to continually develop and continually challenge yourself. So I really enjoyed everything, getting involved with your footy club and coming down and being a part of your final series. I really had a lot of fun, and I appreciate you organising that. But mate, looking forward, we've obviously got our last event at the start of October, going to the Combine again, which is a cool experience. Go to Etihad and try and absorb all that's involved at the elite level of guys trying to make it in the AFL, and then the Carnival out at Essendon Footy Club, which we're super pumped about. Never ran a camp at Essendon. We've got an invitational squad. We'll get a tour of the venue. We've got umpires. We're going to have our coaches out on the field taking all the education and putting it into practice. So, mate, a lot to look forward to, a lot to stay excited about. If you do need anything between now and the end of the year and start of next year, just call me, just seek me out. I'm more than happy to help with anything that you might have, whether it's you, mum, dad, whoever. Always here to help, all right? So just call me at the office on 03 9020 5655. If I'm not here, someone will take a message and I'll get back to you. Or just email me at academy@rookieme.com. Okay, so, but other than that, stay safe. Again, be excited because it's going to be a super ripper, awesome, fun, fantastic event coming up in October, right? So stay safe, but come with a lot of enthusiasm. It's going to be fun. All right, champ, I'll see you soon.